Hi guys and welcome to Yocto Gaming Plays Football Manager 2022. We are on the road to greatness, our let's playthrough on Football Manager 2022. I'm currently managing Stoke City and it's actually been a while since my last video, and so what I'm going to do is sort of squeeze in game. I've played 2 seasons, so I'm going to squeeze in a summary of the first season and then get to the second, which is much more important. So I last left it in the 2032-33 season. I think we had started or played 7 or 8 games and we were hovering around 6th or 7th, and to be honest it was a standard mid-table season. As you can see, we finished 14th in the league. If I just carry this on, goal difference wasn't great. We just about, we were just about comfortable. We weren't quite relegation, but really we didn't really challenge for anything. And ultimately I had to make a few signings and it had to improve. However, the good news is the following season we managed to get second. So this is the highest I've ever finished in any managerial job that I've had in this save game. I've been with Dulwich in the lower leagues, I've been with Hanover in the Bundesliga and the Bundesliga 2. We got promoted with Stoke from the Championship and we finally finished second in the league. Maybe if we had started stronger we could have challenged, but in all honesty we didn't challenge for the league. We were miles off and Manchester United won it with 8 points. They could have played another 2-3 games and they would have won the league. But the good news with this is that we made it to the Champions League. So 26 wins out of 38 in only, I think it's the third season in the Premier League. So yeah, first season we got promoted, finished 10th. We went a bit bad in the second season, but third season we really came through and the goal difference improved and everything just went our way really. The other thing is, and this will be something to show you, we also won the FA Cup. Stoke City are FA Cup champions. We beat Manchester City in extra time in the final, and if memory serves me correctly, a Manchester City player got sent off around the 72nd minute. And I think even up until this point, we were pretty much in the game. Man City player got sent off, and we just steamrolled them. Really, we played Manchester United in the semi-final, and this was the first time we had beaten Manchester United in maybe 7 or 8 games. Started off strong, and there were, when they scored in the 57th minute, nerves did start. But all in all, we kept our own, and we won. So we finished second and won the FA Cup. So we're finally getting there to really establishing a dominant team. Lots more to do in the Champions League this season. Hopefully we can get to past the group stages. That's what I'm aiming for. In fact, let's take a look at the current group stage that we're in. Hertha, Porto and Olympic Lyon. I think we've got a good chance. And I'll run through our team in a bit to show you what type of players I've got and who I've got. But generally speaking, I'm pretty sure this is probably the best group to be in. If I can get a... I'm sure there's a way of looking at all the groups I want. Here we go. So I wouldn't really want to be in this group. Not really in this group with Chelsea and Inter Milan difficult. Maybe this group, but Atalanta are very good in this game. Those of you who play Football Manager regularly would know. Group E, Leipzig, PSG and the 2 top teams in Milan, Arsenal. 2 top teams in Group F. In Group G, Dortmund and Manchester United, and Barcelona and Juventus round us off. So really the group that we're in, there's no real big team that you'd expect to win. I know Hertha have a decent academy and a decent team, and same with Porto, but nothing that would scare me. So I really think we got a bit lucky being drawn in, and I say this with quotation marks, the weakest group in the Champions League. So what I will do now is I will run through our squad and show you where we are. So Alvaro, Jose, we've already seen. I'm going to just run through the players that are sort of new, that have been transferred recently in the last 2 years. I've signed up the American as a goalkeeper, and I'm being honest, he's a backup, and I only signed him to sell shirts, so not much to say. Martin Maitini, He's my third choice centre back as a cover. He's tall, he's got good stamina, agile, great work rate, and decent defending stats. And as you can see, even in the 2 games that he started, he's played very well. And if you look at how he played last year, he managed to get 10 games in, average rating of 7.48. Can't go wrong, especially for 12 million. Nicholas Lunding, we managed to sign him quite cheap, if memory serves me correctly. Yeah, from OB in Denmark. He's a teenager, one for the future. He's my fourth choice. I was actually thinking of sending him out on loan, and he probably will be going out on loan in January. Another window is probably shut. I can't remember where exactly in game date. I left it. Tackling is great, marking is great, heading is great. He's only 19, and this is a big one for me: the determination. On any young player, a high determination stats will enable them to reach their potential, or at least be more likely for them to reach their potential. Still has a long way to go, but I think it's a very, very good signing, especially for less than 2 million. Marinkovic, we've seen. Osman, not great. Well, actually, you tell you what, I think he's good. I think he is good for what we get out of him. He's my second choice right back, and he can also play on the wing. I signed him from, is that Fluminense? Oh no, the Brazilians don't have the team names, do they? I believe so. I signed him for 10 million. And last season he was okay. 22 appearances, 6.8. Not really touching the sevens, but as a cover, I think he's a very good player. You know, he's got good technique, he's quick, decent pace, decent stamina, good work rate, and he's a good player to have in the squad. And Dan Rhodes we know, Pereira we know, Valentin Barco, I'm not sure, I think I signed him last year, but he may have been in Jan, or even not, I'll run over him anyway. Very good player, can tackle, can pass, got a great first touch, can dribble, can cross, and there's not much else to say about him, he's pretty much self-explanatory. If you look at how the rating, plays 7.15, brilliant from a left back. A bit on the older side, but I think I can get a couple more years out of him at least. So yeah, good left back to have at the club. Aragon, I can't actually remember who I think he came in Jan. Yeah, Aragon came in Jan, so I'll run over him. He's currently my number 10 as my supporting striker. Great passing ability, good technique, good long shots, and he plays good. This is probably one of the only positions where I might be looking for a better player, because I think I can improve on him. He played okay, 5 assists, 8 assists and 5 goals last season. He was vital, but one of those positions that we can probably improve upon. Vincenzo Corti was, I think he's been there a couple of years, but I'll go through him again. Deep line playmaker. I've got a lot of my players, I make sure they can pass. I think with the style of football we play, they all need to have good passing ability, and he currently sits in the central midfield. If you look at his history, just shy of an average rating of 7. I think he's played very well, especially for a midfielder, and 20 million, relative bargain for what we get from him. Merkens we signed recently, and I actually just signed him because he was, I think, did I get him on a free, or I got him quite cheap? Yeah, less than 2 million. He's like my 4th or 5th choice. He's only 24 years old, and I think for less than 2 million, he's a person I'd want to keep around the club, even as a backup. Dougie McCafferty, from one Scottish manager to another. I think he's my best player on paper, maybe. He can pass, great technique, teamwork, vision, work rate all high, good first touch, quick. There's a lot to improve on. He is only 21. That's a key thing, and I think I got him for 27. Yeah, we spent a bit more for him, but after looking at his stats, his age, decent determination, there's a long way to go. And I think he broke his leg last season, and he was out for quite a while, so might have slowed down his progression, but hopefully he can pick that back up. He's young, and so he's still got a lot of football to play to pick that back up. Kurech, I signed this summer in game as a alternative for Pereira, and I'll run through why in a second. A lot of my players are quite similar. They can all pass. They've all got decent first touch, decent. Well, I suppose his technique could be better. But I think I signed him for 12 million, cheap. I think worst come to worst, I can sell him on for a bit of a profit. I know he's worth 88 to 105 now. He's not on high wages, so another no-brainer. My scouts do come through for me. Lando, we know. Rusky, we finally got Rusky. I tried to get him. I remember I tried to sign him, I believe, when I was at Hanover. I think in this season, I'm pretty sure I tried to get him, but we couldn't get his work permit. But managed to sign him for 26 million. Can dribble, decent cross, decent technique, and he's just very, very quick, really. And he hasn't settled down, if I'm honest. If you look at his form, I don't think he's played great. He's been okay. I think the season started around here, because this would have been the Community Shield. So decent against Preston, not a great team. But the last two had that no goals, no assists, but there's a lot of football to be played. I hope he can make an impression. I'm just looking to Thiago. Thiago, he's a star man. He absolutely smashed it for me last year. He's come in, we played him on the right wing, and his attributes don't actually reflect just how well he plays. He can dribble a bit, his passing isn't great in all honesty. This was his first touch. Work rate, again, if you look at the, he's quick and agile and decent dribbling, and his finishing is actually quite bad in all honesty. But when you look at what he's done, 19 goals and 20 assists in the season to prop us up to second, and there were some FA Cup appearances. I believe only played him in 4 FA Cup games, but all in all, 21 goals and 21 goals and 25 assists in 39 appearances, and we managed to get him for under 4 million. And he's a bit of a weird one because I don't actually know why he plays so good. He's a decent player, but his attributes don't necessarily reflect what he actually pulls through when it comes to games. I mean, even now, look, 3 appearances, 4 goals, 1 assist. But I won't be complaining too much. And I've got him on a good 4-year deal, so hopefully we can keep him for a while. He really was the key that lifted us to second and the FA Cup. Look at that, 13 man of the matches and 36 appearances. And I'm pretty sure that was the league record. I'll check that in a second. So Jaroslav Velic. I can't actually remember signing him. Is he completely new? Okay, I must have signed him this summer just because for 8 million, it looks decent. He's 18 years old, and he's quite tall. I always like to play with tall, stronger players. It just makes life easier, especially in the Premier League. He probably won't break into the first team, but he's got a lot of potential. And 8 million. No brainer, no brainer. Aloisio, my star Brazilian striker. He's got very decent stats. A bit of training. If we can turn these 14s to 15s and the 15s to 16s, we'll be somewhere. But off the ball for a striker, good, strong, quite agile, got good set of stamina, good technique, and he scored 17 goals in 35 Premier League appearances. So him and Thiago, the 2 Brazilian lads, really, really took me to the next level. And I think that's it. Elkin Perez is on loan, so I won't run through him. The other thing actually I do want to show you are we had a youth intake. We had a youth intake, and they should start from about here. And a lot of them are 4 to 5.5 stars. So we've got Ben Grace as a midfielder. Probably won't make it for my team, but you never know. I've still got high hopes. Dan Bogle, attacking mid, again, probably won't make it, but if he gets an England cap or 2, I'll be happy. Adrian Proctor, he's the one that's come through. I think he's got the biggest chance of breaking into my first team. He's only 16, he can cross, he can finish okay, and he's got so much more to develop. Duncan Rhodes as a mid-centre, he's only 16, a lot of potential. Hopefully he can improve. Daniel Birch, maybe not as good, but he seems to have good potential, so I'm hoping at least one of these has to come through for me. And Kamal Bashir, who's another 16-year-old. And just as a tip, one of the reasons why I've got them in my first team is so they train with the first teamers and they benefit from the coaching. My best coaching staff are my first team coaching staff. If you look at they're all sort of minimum 4-star. Keeping, I'm not too bothered about. Fitness 5-star, 4.5, 4.5, 5. And so by keeping them in the first team, they actually train with the first team. But they're never going to play for me unless I have like a obscure Carabao Cup game against a League 2, League 3 team. So just make them available for under 18s. So they're still playing the under 18 matches, but they'll train with the first team. And it's, for me, I like to think that it'll give them a better chance of reaching their potential. Okay, so that is the team. We've run through the league. Let's just look at where we currently are. 3 games in, we sit top of the table. Hopefully, we don't move from there. Hopefully. Started off strong. Maybe if we build on it, we can probably win the league. I don't know. I don't think it's too far-fetched. The only problem with this is you need a big squad. It's very difficult. I mean, if you look at this, Manchester City have won near enough everyone since the game started. Manchester United have won a couple. So you need a big squad, and I think I've got the squad, provided we don't have any big injuries. If you ignore the under 18s, a lot of these players can play in several different positions as well. So he can play on the right, left, and down the middle. Woo Young is my South Korean number 10 cover. Managed to get 31 appearances actually out of him. I actually bought him to sell shirts, if I'm being honest. But he's alright. He's alright. As a cover, as a second. Merkens can play in any 3 positions. Same with Kurek. And I'll explain how I meant 3. Osman can play on the wing back right all the way to the right wing. Ruski on the left. Lunding, centre back, and then my keeper. So if I just run through my tactics. So because I play with a 4-2-3-1 now, so effectively the likes of Merkens and Kurek can play in any one of these 3 positions. And then there's the 3 who actually start that I'm pretty sure can play in any of the 3. So McCaffrey can go number 10 if needs be, as can Aragon can drop back, and I think Pereira maybe not as a number 10, but I certainly played him at centre back last year. Tackling, marking, heading, and if you look, there is a way, I'm sure there is a way to find out the positions he's played in, but I'm not sure because I've moved the season on. You can't tell, but maybe at least 30 of these appearances were from centre back, because what happened was McCaffrey got injured, and so I had to shift it around a bit and ended up playing him at centre back. So I've got quite a versatile team. There's quite a versatile team, and then there's the 4 on loan. Gomez, a young Brazilian Colombian winger we signed. He's 18. Hopefully he can develop out on loan. Bit of potential in him. Pavel Dietmar. I think he may have arrived on a free. 20-year-old Czech. It's decent. Maybe long-term cover. Okay, I didn't. It's for 4.1 million. But that's, it's chump change when you finish second and win the FA Cup. Molnar. I had high hopes for Martin Molnar as a centre back, but I don't think he'll ever make it. At best, he'll be a cover. But that's okay. That's okay for me. He's not, his salary's low, so I don't mind keeping him long term. And finally, Chen Guobin, which I just signed to sell shirts. And the way I do it is, if you look at the affiliate club you might have, get as many affiliates as you can that has a merchandising agreement in place. And so when you do sign these players from that continent, you're more likely to sell the shirts. I might get rid of the Sacramento affiliate. I might get rid of this because they're not a big team. The other thing is, I think their reputation makes a difference as well, and I want that to be at least 3. If you look at clubs, let's see, where are they? So they're probably the equivalent of the 2nd division in the US. I don't know. but I probably should have an MLS team at least. I think they've actually got, yeah, there's an affiliate club about to arrive. I'll tell you what, we'll play a day. I'm just gonna make sure I've got no games. Yeah, we can play a day. And if you have noticed, I'm also managing Spain, but I'm not going to talk too much about Spain. This is just they offered me the job and I thought I'd take it. Just see what the international game is this week. And Cristiano Ronaldo is my assistant manager at Spain, so that's kind of nice. Okay, so our feeder clubs, alright, all from Australia. So I really, when it comes to like merchandise, I just sort of go with the guys who have the biggest reputation. What's the best way? So you've got Brisbane, Wellington. I'm assuming the A-Leagues are going to be the best, in Central Coast Marine. Brisbane, Wellington. So I'm guessing it's Brisbane then. It's Brisbane, Wellington. Yeah, so Brisbane have the best national rating. So what I will do is just recommend them. The other thing I'm thinking of now is they do have good youth facilities, and you can always negotiate with them afterwards to bring in the academy. But no, I'm going to go with Brisbane, the biggest team. Right, I think that's a good place to leave it. I don't want to go into too much. I'll end up playing 3 hours of the game, and before you know it, I'm the season finished. So that's where we are in the league. That's where we've been. I think for the first time I'm genuinely feeling like we can start to win trophies and cups. And when I first started this, the ambition was to take Dulwich Hamlet all the way to the Champions League. And if I do take Stoke to the Champions League, I might move back to Dulwich, depending on where they are. I think I deselected League 2, so you can't tell in. Oh no, I haven't. So they're 17. So maybe that's still the plan long term, to go back to Dulwich and bring them all the way to the top. So thank you guys for watching. I will try and make videos a bit more frequent. Please like, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel, or if you want to watch my Twitch streams, you can at Yocto Gamer. That's YOCTOGAMER. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Right guys, I know I said my goodbyes and whatnot on the end of this video, but this I had to bring up. So I'm currently playing through the season that I've just sort of projected, and it's been quite a ride. So what I'll start with is we currently sit 5th in the league. Just bring it up. Joint 3rd with a game in hand on Chelsea. Hopefully we can win our game in hand, and we should be okay to finish in the top 4. But that's not what I'm going for right now, and to be honest, it's the least of my concerns, which probably tells you a lot about where we are at a club. So we beat Manchester City in the FA Cup semi-final. It went to penalties. We were doing okay. I mean, Holland missed a penalty in the actual first 130 minutes, and then where does the penalty start? I believe they start here. Ruski missed a penalty, but we managed to do all right, and on the face of it, we deserved it. So for the 2nd season in a row, we are in the FA Cup final. We beat Manchester City, who currently are sitting at the top of the Premier League, on penalties in extra time. Tick. That's all good. And now the complete unthinkable has happened. So we played Bayern Munich in the FA Cup, in the Champions League quarter-final first leg, lost 2-1. Not to worry, thought we'd bring it back home, and we've done them 2-0. We did them 2-0 at home in Stoke on a rainy, wet Tuesday. So that took us to the Champions League semi-final. Same thing again, we lost 2-1 in the first leg against Chelsea. It wasn't looking great, but I always had a bit of hope. But if I'm completely honest, this team should be nowhere near well, not that they shouldn't be nowhere near the Champions League, but certainly nowhere near where we are. In the return leg on a cold, wet Wednesday night at Stoke, we took Chelsea to extra time and beat them on penalties. And in all honesty, it was looking like one of them days. Let it just load up, where we scored our first 2 penalties and Chelsea missed their first 2. and lo and behold, we nearly bottle it and miss the next two penalties, and Chelsea scored the remaining two. But thankfully, on loan, Rainier tucked his away and Reece James missed theirs. And with regards to this one, I'd say on the face of it, we probably deserved it. I think we smashed them with the expected goal shots. Maybe not in the possession, but that doesn't matter. What matters is the end result. So that puts us, Stoke City, who were in the Championship only 3 seasons ago, I think, if memory serves me correctly, in the FA Cup final against Manchester United and the Champions League final against Arsenal. Now, I would have liked this to be a continental team of Madrid, Barcelona, Inter Milan, whatever, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. I don't think a club of Stoke side should even be in the Champions League final. So what I will do is record the live playthrough and also upload that soon after this video, maybe in a day or two. I haven't really decided, and depending on when I'm going to do the playthrough, but I think I'll do a special video of just the run-in to this season. It has the potential to be the best season ever for this run through and this playthrough that I'm currently doing. Last season we finished second and won the FA Cup. This year we can, I'll see how far up we can go. Yeah, we can finish third and win the Champions League and the FA Cup. What's going to happen, I honestly don't know. I'm in high spirits, I'm optimistic. We've got a very good squad, we've got a very good team, and even the run in, we play Southampton, which I believe, are they the game in hand? Or it might even be against Arsenal, because I think Arsenal have the game in hand. Yeah, okay, so the game in hand is against Arsenal, even though point will take us above Chelsea, so a bit of concern, but hey, you got to play and beat your big teams to get to the best positions. Anyway, my point being, I will be uploading a special video for this live run-in of this season. I just wanted to tell you guys because it's been quite a roller coaster and it's been the most exciting season yet. So thank you guys. I hope to see you next time.